morning guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today I'm going to take you on a short little tour of Kylie's Montessori playroom now that she is nearly 16 months old. I filmed her last two Montessori playroom tours on my old channel, which I'll go ahead and link right here. One was from when she was 7 months old, and I think the other one was 11 months. So her playroom has definitely gone through a lot of changes since then, and I wanted to share with you guys what it looks like today. So here's an overview of what the whole room looks like. Most of the time it's actually this organized. The only time that it's not is when she's busy playing and we're kind of cleaning up as we go. But for the most part, I try to keep it nice and organized so that she has an appreciation for the aesthetic of cleanliness and orderliness. So these are her gross motor toys that we have here and over here. So she uses the play tunnel still. She doesn't use it quite as much as she did when she was a crawling baby, but she does go through it on occasion, and so I left it out for that reason. She also loves this slide. You guys will see some footage of her at the end of the video going down the slide. She's finally mastered doing it all on her own. And then over here we keep the little wagon that we got from IKEA that she loves pushing around and transporting things in. And I recently got her a little baby doll stroller for her baby. Over here I have all of her shelf activities, and this is the brand new bookcase that my husband built for her first birthday. Although she doesn't use her mirror quite as much anymore, I have decided to leave it up. I think that she likes being able to look at herself on occasion. Next over here are her shelves with all of her activities. So a lot of the activities that are in here have changed a lot. So she loves playing with blocks and she's learning to stack blocks. These ones are kind of tiny, so they're a bit of a challenge for her, but she is able to stack at least 2 or 3 before they fall down, so she's working on that. This is the newest addition to what's been out on her shelves lately. It's a little farm barn playset that comes with some pigs and some little sheep and some cows and a little truck and a little fence that you can set up. She is absolutely adoring this, and it's really great for pretend play. In the next cubby, we've got all of her baby stuff. I try to keep it simple. She has one baby doll with one set of like food play items and a little blanket right here, and that's it. And we have lots of fun with that. I would say the majority of her play sometimes involves this baby doll. So she loves role playing and feeding the baby and doing things that I do with her. We still have our ball bin, although we've definitely added to it since the last video. So there's all different kinds of balls in here. Got hard jingly ones. Yes, this is a cat toy. She doesn't know the difference. And we've got her bumpy ball and like a soft squishy ball that she can throw, and her little O ball, and an actual like miniature soccer ball, and her little light up ball, and then this blender ball that she likes to squeeze. It's made of metal. She still really enjoys everything that's in this basket, so that is something that stays out all the time. Below here we've got her stacking cups. She really likes trying to stack them and nest them. She's not very good at stacking them by herself yet, so I help her on occasion to like hold them still while she stacks them, and she really enjoys that. But sometimes she just likes kind of doing her own thing. So this music drum filled with musical instruments is something she got for her first birthday. And as I'm sure you guys know, toddlers love banging things and listening to sounds and finding out what things do. It's really great for cause and effect, so she loves this, and this always stays out as well. This has been one of her favorite toys for the longest time. This is the Hapa wooden snail sorter thing. It goes like this actually. When it's all set up, the house goes on top, and then the little pieces go inside. There's a shape sorter on the other side, and then she can pull the snail around and it makes all kinds of noises, which she loves. But what's cool is that she has actually mastered all of the shapes now, so she can do them all by herself. It's still a little bit of a challenge. She has to twist and turn, and she's still not sure which one goes where, but she perseveres until she gets all 3 in. So this is still a really cool toy for her. And in the last cubby is her Little People's school bus that I got for her just to learn some more role-playing, pretend play skills, and for hand-eye coordination. So she likes to use the people to open up the door. They go up the steps, she sits them down, she closes it. The front one actually makes noises, even though I hate battery-operated things. This is the one battery-operated toy I allowed because I don't know, I think it reinforces cause and effect. You may notice that a lot of the items on her shelf are made of plastic. They're not all made of wood. However, I do believe that it's more about the philosophies behind Montessori and less about the materials involved that's really important. But for the most part, the toys that I've selected for her are fairly open-ended, and they allow her to play with all the freedom that she needs. For those of you who have never seen our playroom before, I've had this artwork up since I designed it originally, and I haven't changed it out just because I like it and I think she likes it. She's actually learning the names of these objects that are on the wall. She actually knows the ladybug, and she will point to it when she sees it in her other books, like the 101st Animals book. She'll point to it and she recognizes that, yes, this is a ladybug. And we're also working on flower and feather. We've got a live plant that she helps me take care of now. We water it sometimes, and just some other little natural objects that we've found outside on our walks that she brought home as a little prize for herself, so we keep those there as well. Over here I have her watering can. I don't really have a place for it yet, which is why I set it here, but she really enjoys going outside and watering the flowers with me now, so we just keep that there, and she's able to reach up here and actually grab it down and bring it over to me when she wants to do that. And last but not least, we have the beautiful bookshelf that my husband built for her by hand for her first birthday. We absolutely adore this bookcase. It is the perfect height for her to walk up and grab a book that she wants and take it over to the mat and sit down with me and read it. As you can see, I have a wide selection of different types of books on the shelf. We've got everything from Dr. Seuss books to picture books and touch and feel books and lift the flap books, all things that she is very much enjoying. A lot of them are favorites, so we have not put any of them away. There are a few though that I do rotate out on occasion. For example, this one right here and the Big Girl Panties book. We check these out from the library. So there are, I think, about 4 or 5 library books that are always on here, and we go like every 2 or 3 weeks and we rotate out which books those are. So she constantly has something new to read in addition to her perennial favorites that remain on the shelf at all times. In a Montessori environment, typically you stray away from storybooks and things that are make-believe until they're at least 6 years old because they have a hard time distinguishing between fantasy and reality, and I'm aware of that. But I honestly think that there's not much harm in giving her a couple little storybooks, especially ones that she really, really enjoys, like Go Dog Go and some of the other Dr. Seuss books. But for the most part, you'll see that a lot of the books I've chosen are things that are based in reality, and I do try to keep it that way. So the majority of her book collection would adhere to what Montessori would consider an appropriate book for her age. I do encourage her to play with all of her toys and do all of her activities right here on this mat, as opposed to using a rolled out little carpet like you would see in a traditional Montessori environment, and that works for us. So she, for the most part, knows that that's where her play is supposed to happen, and she doesn't really venture into any of the other part of this room or the house. The only toys that she does take away from the mat, obviously, are these toys, and those are meant to do that. So she actually runs loops around the bottom floor with those, and that's totally fine. But everything else stays on this mat, and it really helps to keep things super orderly and contained. Obviously, we're not 100% Montessori in this household, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I do my best to adhere to Montessori philosophies the best that I can, and I honestly feel like I have seen her blossom, not just as a growing baby, but as an individual. Even though she's only almost 16 months old at this point, she is already discovering her independence and discovering that she has control over her environment and over her own willpower, and it's been absolutely wonderful to see her have the independence to go over and select the activities she's interested in, and kind of maintain this sense of order that she sees in her environment every single day. Believe it or not, she actually helps me clean up her toys, I would say probably about 70% of the time. If I ask her, okay, look, it's the time to clean up, she'll start picking up things, and she knows exactly which cubby hole each of those things goes in, and she will put it away. So it just goes to show you that, kind of reinforcing this constant sense of organization really does work even from a young age. I am not a Montessori expert by any means. I am just a mom who has done a ton of self-education, and I have implemented these practices with my daughter since she was an infant, and I am very, very passionate about incorporating Montessori into the home. So that's it, guys. That's what her playroom looks like at nearly 16 months old. If you're interested in seeing what her playroom looked like back when she was 7 months old and 11 months old, I will be sure to leave links in the description box down below to those for you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, or you just want to chat a little bit more about Montessori, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I would love to talk with you guys about it. If you guys liked today's video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.